So, this is another reaction video. Yesterday, I uploaded a reaction video without checking that the video I was reacting to was actually audible for you guys. So, I've fixed that. We're not going to react to the same video again, because, let's be honest, it's already a bit outdated. There's a lot of news that I will probably go over after this video as well. But, yeah. Today, we're reacting to AA9 skills, talking about FC27. I'll link the initial video below. Like, sub, drop a comment, all that good stuff. Let's get into it.
FC27 might be cooked already, and it breaks my heart to say that, man. It breaks my heart because there's two ways to look at this. EA has dropped their pre-orders for the new game. And they have not said a word about things. And I actually like the fact that they have not said a word. Because, guys, I think it's truly important for them to go to the drawing board and put together a game that not they're going to tell us that it's going to, like, we don't need you to promise us that you're going to make us happy. We want you to show us you're going to make us happy. We want you to drop a trailer and information and gameplay that shows us, like, wait a minute, that gameplay actually looks incredible. We don't want you to come and give us broken promises again. You did that marketing style of way of telling us last year that you listen to the community, you're going to give everything the community wants, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, we're going to do all these promises, and then get to the year, and everything you promised you change within the first week, and then after that, you just allow the game to stay the way it is.
Again, I've said this in numerous videos and numerous reactions. I don't think the angle of listening to the community was a bad idea. I do think that the issue is that they decided to listen to everybody. And let's be honest, in video gaming in general, no two people are going to agree on how a game should play. There needed to be a core group of people that people at EA listen to. But overall, I think that also it is important to remember that there's a chain of command that the executives and the developers all adhere to. The developers and the people that work for EA physically on FC, I'm sure they want the best possible outcome. But I do not think the same of the executives. They want a game that satisfies all the criteria and that they can get as many people playing as possible. And unfortunately, if the game is not good for everybody, they have to fix it so that everyone wants to play it.
For the longest time. Also, you dropped the pre-orders on the same week that people haven't been able to play pro clubs for the last 2 weeks. It's kind of gone on under the radar because the World Cup's been on. Nobody's talking about it, but clubs has been broken for the longest time. It might be up and running again, but clubs has been absolutely cooked, right? So I want to talk about a few things here, guys, because I don't want to be that negative guy that's already going, oh, it's over, bro. Guys, I like that they're quiet. I hope they are putting together the best FIFA, the best FC that we've ever seen. I truly hope so, bro, because at the end of the day, guys, I know I do a lot of football content on YouTube, and I know a lot of you guys watch my football content, and because of you guys, I just want to say thank you. The content does so well. I appreciate you guys, man. If you watch any of my World Cup content, I appreciate you. The views were crazy. I love you guys so much. But the truth is, guys, I want this game to be successful. I want to produce FC content. I love this. This is always, I don't care how big the football stuff gets. I don't care how many millions of views we get on the football stuff. FIFA and FC is always my home. It's always my home. It's always what made AA9 skills. It's always what I've been, and it's always what I'm going to be. I just hope that they put out a game that makes us happy. Not a game that they tell us is going to make us happy. So there's a few things I want to talk to you guys about.
I mean, I do think FC will make people happy. Happy to turn it off when GTA 6 comes out. That's going to sound so slightly controversial, but I don't know. I think a lot of people are putting a lot of faith in a company that has notoriously underdelivered and overpromised.
Might be cooked already. When you get the Ultimate Edition, guys, first of all, there's the Ultimate Edition, which a lot of us got before because it gives you 7 days early access, which was like $100 before, $100-something, right? Now they're doing an Ultimate Plus Edition, and this one is going to cost you even more money. So I think this one's going to be like around 150 bucks, 120 plus, which I'm not 100% sure, but it's going to be somewhere around that, I would imagine. Which for me, guys, really sucks because EA Sports is up in the money and putting out another edition, where honestly, guys, I truly feel this way. You guys might give me an L. This stuff that they're offering should just be what comes with the Ultimate Edition, not the Ultimate Plus. This is
Yes, I do agree with that. Pre-order bonuses that are with the Ultimate Plus edition, except for the FIFA points. The FIFA points should be like a happy medium, maybe 8k over the months or weeks or whatever. But I understand why they're doing the Ultimate Plus gimmick. Other games do it. FC used to, or FIFA used to do it. They used to have 3 editions, but that was when physical media was a bit more rampant. You could actually add physical things to it. But I believe that, again, this is an edict from whoever is at the top of the FC division. They're saying, listen, we're not going to make many sales or as many sales as usual on FC27. So how are we going to maximize the per spend user, like the average spend per user? How are we going to maximize it? Well, we're going to bring out a game with $120, $130 edition. They're going to have all these bonuses. But then when GTA 7 comes out in November, GTA 6, I keep saying GTA 7 because of FC. When GTA 6 comes out, they're all going to go play GTA 6, but then we've got their money. We've taken their 120 to whatever in other currency. And it's clever, but it's also quite silly, because you really should just be focusing on making a good game. If you make a good game, people will happily pay. But these Ultimate Plus gimmicks, people will still do it because, well, there's content creators and whatnot. They need the early access if they're not part of the creator network. Like myself, I'm in the creator network. But yeah, it just feels like such an unnecessary gimmick, and they're never going to explain why. Like, for a company that prides itself on transparency, they're never going to explain why they are doing what they're doing.
is what you should give us just in the Ultimate Edition, bro. Like, if I'm being honest with you, having somebody pay $100 for your video game, and not only that, you're having people pay $100 for your video game that has not been successful since probably FIFA 21 or FIFA 20. So instead of offering people an incentive to come back to your game and buy your game, you put out, hey, listen, our product's been so amazing, we're going to up the price even more and add a few more things, and people are going to come buy it. It's kind of messed up. And let me kind of break it down to why I think FC27 is going to be messed up, but not great. The Ultimate Edition offers this 7-day early access, just like the Ultimate Edition, so no change there. But you're also going to now get 5 season passes free. Not free, but when you buy this. So you get the first one, second one, third, fourth, and fifth. The season passes is, every month or whatever, there's a season pass. You guys know what I'm talking about. First of all, I think the season pass in FC is kind of trash. I'm going to be honest with you. And I think it's also part of the problem of FC. But
It isn't part of the problem of FC. It's part of the problem of gaming. Because a battle pass, a season pass model works in an environment where the game is free, so people are incentivized to grind the passes, and the passes you can also spend not only the money to unlock the pass, but the additional, like, say we spend, I don't know, $5 per level to finish the season. I'm surprised EA haven't done that, but yeah, I am very surprised. I guess it's because they put, like, certain content behind. Like, for example, they usually put promo cards in, like, picks or unreleased item types, but I'm surprised they haven't gone down that route. But it is not an FC exclusive problem. The battle passes, or the season passes, sorry, they haven't been worth it. I will say that. The premium and the season ladder, they haven't been worth it in a very long time. So I can understand why he says this, but it is not an FC exclusive thing.
we'll continue in that in a minute. You're going to get 10,000 FC points, but these 10,000 FC points aren't at one go. It's throughout 5 different deliverables of 2,000. So throughout the year, probably every month, you're going to get 2,000. You're going to get an icon pack, an international icon pack, 85 plus, okay? Big problem here. You're going to get a 1 of 5 Hall of Foot player pick, okay? And then you're going to get evolution, an evolution slot, and then you're gonna get a 99 dribbling evolution on FC26, a 99 dribbling evolution on physical on FC26, and then a 93 icon pack on FC26. And then a bunch of awesome stuff for career mode, like star scouts and coaches and stuff like that. Okay, cool. So what's the problem, Skills? Well, what do you see here? My problem is we're going down the same boat again. And here's the thing, bro. FC has gotten to a point where we no longer care about packing icons, and we no longer care about what cards are in promos. Because at the end of the day, all we care about is when the promo comes out, what evolution is coming out. And this is ruining FC because
I'm so sick of these creators being like, evolutions are ruining it. Because evolutions have unlocked a completely new side of the game that didn't exist to a lot of people. If you support, I don't know, we'll say Cambridge United, right? If you support Cambridge United in the EFL, I don't know what league, so I'm not going to try and say and get my head ripped off, but if you support Cambridge United before they started doing Evos and I think FC24, you could not do a full Cambridge team or a full past and present Cambridge team with good cards. You would be using the worst cards possible unless, God forbid, they bring out a special card for a Cambridge player or a past and present Cambridge player. Or there's an icon that played for Cambridge. You get the idea. So, yes, the evolutions are unbalanced. I think that has to do with the fact there's the amount of repeatable evolutions that give minimal boot or minimal rating increases for +1s or no rating increase. That's where the problem is. Not every single evolution is bad. Evolutions are very good. I just don't understand the hate towards evolutions. I know that there's probably no malicious intent with it, but it pisses me off that people just can't think and be like, well, it has nothing to do with the evolutions. It's more, there's an Evo you can do 20 times and it doesn't increase your rating. Like, that's probably an issue.
because if promos are not good and if people don't care about promos, then rewards are completely irrelevant to everyone. So the entire system and the ecosystem of FIFA kind of or FC falls apart the moment that you make promos irrelevant, because the whole
Promos are irrelevant, though. Promos are irrelevant because they're weekly. They're not bi-weekly, they're not monthly, they're weekly. So even if you are opening for a promo, the promo cards are irrelevant. Because you obviously know in your mind that even if you pack a mid-tier promo card, that card will be not that good the next week or the week after. Like, why do you think it's so easy for people to jump on the game at any point in the year and get good teams? Because they don't have to grind the game and they don't have to use gold cards or low-end promo cards or whatever. It's because of the fact that there's too many promos. Anyone will tell you that. EA are a business, so they're not changing their promo strategy. But there's too many promos. EA themselves sent out Foot Economist, possibly the biggest... I don't even know what to say. I can't really say it, but he's not that great on the community because he says things that obviously he doesn't mean. And he's just been pushed out there and he's like, oh, could you say this, please? Like, that's the problem with that. Is they said gold cards were going to be more relevant. They said promos were going to mean more. And guess what? They didn't mean more. They just don't mean more. So, this is the problem I have with people being like, oh, evolutions are bad, promos don't mean anything. The promos haven't meant anything in like 3 years.
The whole purpose of this game is promos of man of the matches and team of the weeks and That's what the purpose was when this all came out, to play with special cards. But now special cards are truly irrelevant because people just do evolutions, and that's how they build their account out. So the grind of FC is no longer the same that people fell in love with. So
Yes, but again, I think the grind that people fell in love with is the simplicity. I don't think it has anything to do with evolutions making promo cards irrelevant. I don't understand why people are against evolutions in such a way. Like, okay, they're not perfect, and there's things that you could change, but to suggest that they're the sole problem and not the fact that there's weekly promos, 2-team promos, store packs every other week that get progressively more and more expensive, like, it is a joke. And I don't think people realize.
evolutions look like they're still going to be a thing, and based off them giving an extra evolution slot, it just looks like they're going to be flying evolutions at us, which honestly just makes Ultimate Team more confused than anything else. If you're a new player coming to this game, I know a lot of you guys love evolutions. I don't want to take that from you guys, but I want you guys to understand that evolutions is a big part of the downfall of this game. And I know a lot of y'all have.
Again, it's just where you're wrong. Like, again, I love this section of the community that goes, evolutions are bad. Evolutions are bad. Promos aren't good. Go and look at evolutions that give stat increases with no rating. Don't go and look at evolutions that take your, I don't know, your 70-something rated card to like an 80, a high 80s, low 90s. We need evos like that. But the stat ones, where like they don't give a rating, I understand. But don't sit there and say don't sit there and bash evolutions. It's just not right.
Fun based off evolution, so do I. But I'm just saying, the evolutions got to the point where people don't care about promo cards and getting promo cards because you can evo a card that's better than anything that comes out in the.
Well, do you know the easy fix for that? This is gonna sound really crazy, but do you know a fix for making promo cards more relevant? Not having 50 promo cards a team and not having promos every week. I know, revolutionary. Having promos means something by having less of them and less cards. Then people can evo as they want, and they don't have to worry about someone sitting on their shoulder going, oh, but you should use this promo card. Oh, but it's okay, there's an evo. You can do that instead. Like, why are evos the whole... I don't get it.
Promos, and that's a problem at the end of the day, because there should have been a big cap on evolutions. In my opinion, again, just my opinion. The next part, an 85 icon pack off the jump. And guys, I know this doesn't sound like a big deal, and they've been doing this for years, so it's kind of just been accustomed to us now. But the truth is, icons should be the top of 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 the pyramid. And getting those things should feel so rare. And there shouldn't be icon packs and SBCs all the time, because packing a Hullet, packing a Pele.
Again. Well, not again, but I agree with this. I didn't agree with the last sentiment, but I agree with this. Icons don't mean anything because everyone has to have one. And, well, the saying goes, if everything is special, nothing is. Like, you guys have probably seen the leaks of all the icons coming. It's just not that good. I'll be completely honest. It's a real shame that so many players are getting icons and heroes and these Hall of Foot and whatever. Like, we just need to stop having these players in the game. As many of them. Like, it just doesn't help.
Packing these guys should be the rarest thing in the game. In a couple years, guys, Messi and Ronaldo are going to walk away from the game in real life, and they're going to become icons. They should not be easy to get, bro. These guys were the greatest players to ever play our game, and we just look at like the Peles and stuff like this, and then there's another version of Pele, another version of Pele, and icons just became normalized in our in Ultimate Team. Like, getting them is easy, And to me, that's weird because there should be a card in the game, even the work that are just very hard to get, so you have something to obtain and chase. In this game, there is no chase. So instantly off the back, they're giving you icons again. Instantly off the bat, they're giving you Hall of Foot again, which is a new thing. It's a player pick though. So off the break, you're gonna get two cards already for your team. And I just think, guys, and then evolution's obviously based off this thing. And I just think, guys, that it just needs to go back to simple times. And I think what Call of Duty, what EA, what a lot.
But it won't go back to simple times because that doesn't make any money. Like, think about FIFA 17 versus FC27. The monetization options in FIFA 17 were non-existent. You could only really use FIFA points to go to the store and buy packs. Whereas now, you can go to the store and buy the season pass. You can go to the store and buy evolutions. You can go to the store and you can buy kits. It wouldn't shock me at some point if you could go to the store and buy players. I think there'll be a period where there'll be players in the store. You can do lots of other things. So they won't go back to simpler times. Simpler times are only good for the people like us that experienced it. The new generation, I don't think, want simple stuff. They need to be stimulated at all times. Even the pack animation that is out is, even the pack animation is overstimulating, and it's not that good. I can't lie. This year's pack animation, it sucks. I'll add it on at the end of the video for you guys. But let's continue.
These companies are missing with player bases right now is simple is better. Like, legit simple is better. Guys, have you ever played a mobile game before and you get on the mobile game and it's just so confusing? There's so much happening. You're trying to understand what's going on. You're trying to think, and they tell you, oh, you need to get this so you can continue playing, and you need to get this so you can make this better, and you got to go get gems so you can put this into the gems to make this. That's what it feels like when you play FC. I haven't played Ultimate Team for like a couple months now, guys, and if I get on there, bro, I'm so confused. Like, I legitimately am so confused. Going into SBCs give you PTSD, bro. Going into Evos literally make you so confused. It makes you like absolutely confused, and it makes you lost when you look at Evos. And then on top of guys, this blows my mind, bro. We went from a game where there used to be lines for you to get chemistry, and when someone saw someone's team, they said, damn, man, how did he get chemistry on Hazard and on freaking a freaking Argentinian that plays in the Argent? How did he get that chemistry? And there was links, and you were like, damn, that's sick. You were like, that guy has a really cool team. You were proud of that person's team, or that person was proud of their team. Now, guys, you go do an evolution and you can get your entire team on full chemistry. You don't even have to worry about links or having a link or having the right chem or relevant now, bro. You could just go do an evolution that makes all of your cards icon cards. And to me, guys, this is stupid. To me, this literally takes away from what Ultimate Team is. It takes away from what.
Again, unfortunately, why does he keep mentioning evolutions, by the way, as if evolutions are the problem and not cosmetics? Like, again, if we didn't have so many promos and we didn't have so many cosmetics, we wouldn't be needing to speak about, the chemistry. But the reason chemistry is never going to go back to what it was is because, again, it probably is too complicated for people that, people of a more recent time, people that have only picked up the game in the last few years. They're not going to go back to it because they don't want people to have to go to the trouble of, buying certain players for links and using certain formations. Because, for example, right, the 4-4-1-1 in the old game probably would have had a lot of chemistry links, would have been very tough to link. But now, you have all these extra chemistry boosts and things. You have just needing the club and the nation and whatever. So, it is better for the average person because they can use more players and not feel like they need to all link. But I understand where he's coming from.
What the mode is, it takes away from the joy of building really cool teams. It takes away from the you know, you having to put it together and a masterclass, bro, and the cool stuff around building teams. Now it's just everyone has full chemistry. Everyone this, you could put this girl links with this guy. They don't even play in the same leagues, but they all link because of this. They don't matter if they're same countries. It's like, bro, it's too much happening and it's too confusing and it's too much. And in my opinion, I think that they should have just stayed quiet as they are, but they should have just scaled things back. And I don't mean scale things back like the rating of the cars. That's not the problem, guys. At the end of the day, all this stuff that's being dropped in the game, all of it's irrelevant if they make good gameplay. If they make good gameplay, no one cares about evolutions.
Well, you actually think they're making good gameplay?
About SBCs, no one cares about all the dumb stuff they're adding into the game because we're all going to be so obsessed with just playing the game, period. It doesn't matter. So if they can make good gameplay, the rest will fall into place. The problem is they continue to add all of these things for ultimate teams and ultimate pluses, and they continue to try to take money and try to get people's money from pre-orders and from packs and packs and packs, and they're not delivering in the gameplay sense. They're not delivering on the gameplay side. They're not giving us a better gameplay. And that's where it all falls apart for me and where they lose me. Because again, you want to charge $150 for your games. Hey, look, for people who want to pay $150, let them pay $150. But at least offer them a product, my boy. At least offer them a product. And based off of this and the pre-orders, there's nothing here that's saying, you know what? It's going to be a better, no, bro. You're literally just pushing the untradables again, the untradeable icons, the untradeable player picks, it's all untradables. It's all untradables, and everything is going back down that path of evolutions, untradables, and that's the path that got us here, that took the biggest sports game in the world, the most relevant sports game in the world, the most popular sports game in the world, and made it completely irrelevant, made it a game that people aren't even talking about. You didn't see nothing about it during the World Cup. You didn't hear about it. Nobody's really touching it. It's literally became irrelevant, and it literally breaks my heart because it's my favorite game since I was a child. It's the coolest game. I have a little boy now that I wanted to play FIFA with him as he grows up and play FC. And now I don't even think I want to, like maybe just career mode, because at the end of the day, guys, it's just not a good video game. It's not a fun video game that people really enjoy to play often. So for me, I don't like how they're approaching FC27 already. They're approaching it already in a way as another addition to more money to sink in, and instantly you start seeing free icons, free this, and it's fine, guys. Look, listen, they want to give a free icon, cool, but what they need to understand is that too many evolutions, too many free packs.
I'm not gonna go into it, but I beg somebody, if you see this and you want to talk about evolutions, do your research on the evolutions. Don't just say, evolution's bad! Because I guarantee you, if you thought FC26 and FC25 were irrelevant, now, you take Evos out the game, you see how many people play.
Promos irrelevant, and when you make promos irrelevant, it makes...
I've already said this.
Foot champ rewards irrelevant. It makes...
Foot champs rewards are irrelevant. Especially now, you don't even have to open them. Foot champs rewards are irrelevant because they're token based. You get a few packs if you get really high up, but for the most part it's token based, and you don't have to open the tokens. So I'm sick of people saying, oh, but rewards are irrelevant because of Evos and players are relevant. No, they're not. If the players were good, people would use them. But the thing is about Evos is that the Evos help the players that aren't good and the players that want past and present teams and things be good. I don't know. I'm beating this to death, but it's annoying me. It really is kind of frustrating.
Rival rewards irrelevant. It makes everything irrelevant, and then it makes the game dead within a month. I know everyone, because of the way we live nowadays, where you can just get food to your door instantly and order something offline that gets to your door the same day. I know the instant gratification is amazing with human beings right now. It's what we love in society, getting it right now. You want to watch a show, it drops, you go, you watch it all in one day. Boom, you could binge. I get it. But guys, I promise you, when you get on a video game and you get everything you want in that first week, it's over, G. You don't.
But again, that isn't because of Evos. That is because of EA. EA made promises last year. They said the power curve is going to be slower. It wasn't. So to sit there and say evolutions are the problem, when they're not, they have their issues, but they are not the problem. They allow for different things. Like, there are people that probably run the weirdest Evos. I know a guy who runs one of the tallest teams in the game because of Evos. You would not be able to do that normally. So to sit there and say Evo's this, Evo's that, Evos make everything irrelevant, and not the fact that EA bring out 50 promos a year, bring out 20 million promo cards a year, like, it's not fair to the people that like Evos.
Don't want to play no more. I promise you, as someone that's had everything in FIFA's, everything, as someone who ran Road to Glories and been able to have everything, I'm telling you from experience, the worst thing in this game is to have everything. The worst thing in this game is to have all the cards you want, because the moment you have all the cards you want, you no longer want to play anymore.
And this is why, funnily enough, EA have gone down the model that they've gone down, where they have 50 promos and they have 20 million cards. Because the idea is that you get the best team, and then they can just go, well, you know that team you have? There's a whole new team of players, and some of them might be better than what you have. So, I understand what he's trying to say. I understand his sentiment, but I think the problem, and the thing he's just failing to mention, is that there's too many promos. And there's too many cards. There's too many cards in general. That's really the problem.
Because if the gameplay's not good and the gameplay's not keeping you playing, all you're going to do is look at your team with pretty colors and pretty cards, and that's all you're going to do. You're going to stare at it. The gameplay has to be good, and it has to be challenging for you to build the team you want to build. Because if it's a challenge to get to your final team that you want, and if the gameplay's good, you're going to play the game all day to earn coins to achieve that team. That's what it's going to take. But unfortunately, they cannot make a good enough gameplay over the last few years that even makes people want to grind out a team anymore, or grind the game, because the gameplay is just not worth it. Even if you have the best team in the game, playing the gameplay is boring, right? So the whole system right now is flawed massively, guys. I promise you though, man, grinding through the game to get to that team is such a better feeling than getting that team in the first week. So handing out icon packs, doing a bunch of evolutions again, it's not the way for EA Sports. And I really wish that somebody at EA Sports could understand this. But at the end of the day, at the bottom line, how can we get people to spend more FC points on evolutions? How can we get people to spend more money on untradeable packs? I understand, bro. I get that's their push now, right? But at the end of the day right now, boys, I don't think that's how gaming companies, not just EA Sports, but all gaming companies, should approach it. If you make a good product, people will spend microtransactions with you, period. They will spend it. You don't have to force more stuff so people buy microtransactions. Make a good product, make a good game, and people will open packs and use microtransactions.
If they made a good game, that is very true, but also, if they made a good game, I don't think a good game is achievable for the entirety. Because what I consider a good game, what skills may consider a good game, Anthony Day might load up and go, oh, the defending, absolutely useless, but he's just garbage. Or little Timmy loads up and he says, oh, I can't do this. So then EA go, oh, well, little Timmy can't do it, that means everyone can't do it. So they patch it, and then there's just, then it's not perfect. So they definitely need to be more selective in who they listen to.
Just based off your product being good, I promise you that, bro. But they don't understand and they can't comprehend it. People want more simple. People want less. They keep adding more and it gets more confusing, and Ultimate Team just in a bad place. So let me know how you guys feel about FC27 based off them adding an Ultimate Plus edition. Look, I don't think it's a big deal. I just think it's a big deal when you've literally lied.
Yeah, I think that's the end of the video. Let's see some of the comments here. Remember we listened. Such a shame that they'll never actually give us what they want. Yeah, of course they won't. So true. Problem is they don't care about making a great game. There are people that care, but unfortunately those people are buried within a corporate hierarchy. Like, it's not an idea. Yeah, I don't know. But I'll get the pack animation for you guys to end the video, because Yeah, I don't like it. I'll be real. I'll be so real. I don't like this at all. Like, what is this? Why do we need such a long ass thing? Like, I don't want to see all these things. You know what I want to see? I want to see, right? And there's the cover, by the way. Mbappe on the cover. I think it's Foot Sheriff. I want to see something simple. You want something simple? Look at this! Look at this, man! My god! Simplicity. Simplicity at its finest. You love to see it. And the last bit of news, which probably doesn't mean much, is FC27 is going to be PEGI 16, which means it's going to be 16 plus. Which I suspect is for two reasons. Number one, the most obvious one, the loot boxes. And number two, the fact that there's going to be open world, which means you're going to be able to communicate with people online, which means obviously you're going to have groups of people in the younger demographic likely playing with groups of people in the older demographic. If you don't deal with that correctly, well, just ask Roblox what happens when you don't deal with that sort of thing correctly. But that is all. We're going to have a trailer reaction tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, when it drops on Friday morning. So that'll be Friday's video. And then I have my own thoughts on a few of the things. I've done a lot of reactions. We're going to have my own thoughts dropping tomorrow. Getting a bunch of videos out ahead of FC27. But until then, take care. Goodbye.